Everyone's making their lists and checking them twice and making sure that they're not naughty and they're nice. No Christmas lawn beers for me. I'm not even sure if I'll drink at our Christmas party, which is tomorrow.
Kilpatrick, prawns, ham. But if you do that every week, it just loses.
Mr. Mumble says 419 members now in the Lawn Hub Legends. What do we think about Lawn Hub Legends shirts? I've probably bought more mowers than some golf courses.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 46 of Lawn Hub Live After Lunch.
46 is my son.
There you go.
Both of them. My sons.
Sons of Adams.
Of Adamsley.
There you go.
I've got video footage of it.
We have just eaten some genuine tacos.
Carne asada?
That word. It was fantastic.
One bite, everybody knows the rules. Like, look at that. It's got good crunch. I will eat that during the podcast, but we won't do it too early because we don't want to upset the viewers. So, today we did a Lawn Hub lunch. Lawn Hub lunch, which is what this podcast comes after.
You go.
Yeah, we did Lawn Hub lunch. And Adriana and Isaac, who originate from Mexico, decided that Adriana asked if she could make some food for everyone or bring some food in. And so that ties nicely with my desire to buy everyone lunch on once a month. So we did that. Mm-hmm. And so Adriana made this. She's been cooking, I'm going to say, for 24 hours. It seems she's all day today. And it's legit.
It's real Mexican food.
It's about, there's Mexico, then there's the food on the border of Mexico.
And then there's Old El Paso.
But this is
the complete opposite end of that.
No. And we don't want to say anything negative about Old El Paso in case we get a letter.
Yes, Kira.
No. Kira's in the house, directing traffic. Just like, I need to log into Restream at Dilbo. Is it your email address? And the password is still gaylove88. All right.
Izzy's loaded up there.
So welcome to the podcast. If it's your first time tuning in, this is Lawn Hub Live After Lunch, where we answer questions about lawn and talk about all things tragedies such as Scott Boland not playing in the up-and-coming test match. It's related to lawn. Bear with me.
Well, 100% it's related to lawn. They play on lawn. You'd feel a bit stiff. Like, that conversation, because Boland's a team player. Boland is a team player, and he would take that on the chin like a good lad. But surely there's a time where he turns around and goes, nah, fuck you.
Does he play IPL?
I'm not sure if he got picked up in the IPL.
Crazy if he doesn't.
Well, he's a good long form bowler.
Okay. So he's not, can't come out and punch out 4 overs and...
I think Boland is the definition of sticking to your craft, and sticking to his craft is long form bowling.
What is he compared to Glenn McGrath?
Glenn McGrath could play all forms because he had, Glenn McGrath was much taller than Boland. But Boland, I'm pretty sure Boland's played one days. But the beauty of test match cricket is you can set fields and bowl to it. Sometimes in one day cricket and T20 cricket, the normal functionality of cricket goes out the window in short form cricket. So you'd set a field for a back of a length, and then in T20 that's getting hit over mid-wicket or over the keeper's head, ramping and stuff like that. And that's what Bazball is in for England. On the weekend I rewatched the last Ashes series in England. Forgot how good that was. I also watched a Phil Hughes documentary. That was very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah, definitely not something you would expect to happen in a cricket game.
No. They're obviously having fun down there.
Yeah, tell them to shut the fuck up.
I think that's what Dylan's doing.
Dylan won't say it like that. Dylan will be like, hey, do you want to come to Bali and make a movie with me?
Cool. Yeah, you just need to be quiet. Pretend we're in my suitcase.
Sorry, I'm nearly all set up. So we have. Oh no, I'm not. I have to tick all the images with
boxes.
traffic lights in it. Someone's watching my ads.
That's funny.
Who's excited about that? And I've got to do how many? Like really, who's trying to hack into the restream it chat?
Oh, I'm assuming there'd be a few.
Like to get some two-factor aggression. I'm going to eat this. So we don't really have a plan for today's podcast. Hopefully you've got some questions.
Greg Jones, where was my invite for lunch? I'm going to smash him. His memory's getting terrible. I told him on Saturday.
His memory and his attitude are both declining.
You got to laugh.
That's so good. There's melted cheese on that one. I'm sure people... I reckon I might be better placed to do one of those South Korean shows where you just sit there and people pay you to watch. They can watch you eat.
Yeah.
You reckon I could be doing that?
Probably. There'd be a market out there for it.
Like overweight,
Sorry, I was just checking.
middle-aged douchepreneurs.
Douchepreneurs.
Yep. We got no questions, so this could be a very short podcast. Did we gave away the mower?
Yes.
Have the person organised for delivery or anything yet, or
Yep, it's leaving today.
what's the story with something like that? Like, we have to insure the shit out of it?
I sure did.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So, although one part of a freight company that we use is in diabolical distress at the moment,
Keep talking, I'll keep eating.
the other side of that service that they provide, which is specialised, it seems to be working fine. So that's how we've delivered each mower that we've had to deliver in the past, was with specialised freight. So, but we wrapped it in that GeoHex cloth, wrapped it on the wrapper, put cardboard around it, wrapped it in the wrapper, put it in the box with bubbles, wrapped it with the wrapper, and then we put this way up. No, what was it? It was top load only, fragile all over it, and then wrapped it to the pallet.
I don't even know my password for Instagram. This is not getting off to a good start.
Every podcast ever.
I'm trying to get into... Here we go. Brent Meister 17. Is grooming dethatch inv?
Dethatching, maybe.
Oh, okay. You want to talk about that?
Yes, and grooming is a lot less invasive than dethatching, but essentially you're doing the same thing. Grooming, the blades are much closer together, typically suited for tight cut surfaces like a putting green or a bowling green, whereas dethatching is the blades or the tines are much further apart and a lot more aggressive. In saying that, grooming can be very aggressive too if you just lower the height of cut or the height of the blade goes down. So something that we'll be doing out the front. Those of you that saw on the stories yesterday, Riley learnt how to use a cylinder mower. He also learnt how uneven and how dippy that is down there. Izzy also enjoyed his time out in the sun. But that's going to be a good project. That's going to take a while.
He looks a bit dark.
It's going to take a while after we dump a whole lot of...
You didn't hear what I said. I said he looks a bit darker, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to get quite aggressive with that next week in amongst the heat and then get some sand on it. It's going to take a while to come back, but it'll be much better for it. I think we've got an irrigation problem by the road after having the sprinklers on for 15 minutes. The nozzles kept shooting water, but there was a lot of flooding, which may be at the fitting or the connection of the fitting. There may potentially be an issue, but we'll dig that up next week to have a look. So, yeah.
We got questions.
Sensible question.
Nah. We got Nathan Scasebrook said playing Rocket League hops and watching the legends. What's Rocket League hops? I know what Rocket League is. What's the hops part of it? Okay, good answer. Here we go. My ass. Hi, lawn lovers. Follow up question from last week. After your advice, I'm going to court again tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Do you have a top Do you have to top dress every time you core? Pros and cons of doing either way, please. Cheers. My ass.
No, you don't. And I did this last year at Dad's place where I cored and didn't fill in the core holes. Did that on the putting green as well, and it was fine. Like it, you don't have to top dress. You don't have to top dress at all. The only reason we top dress is to make the surface level or more level,
Or to raise the height.
or to raise the height and to improve potential soil problems. But
I'm not going to throw that away.
honestly, if you just want to core, you don't even have to remove the cores either. You can just core and leave it there for them to break down. But obviously, if you're running a cylinder mower, that's going to cause issues getting in the blades. But honestly, you could just core. If you've hired the corer, just drop it back and go to the pub on a Saturday afternoon. Finish the weekend off.
Not financial advice.
Not financial advice.
I'm a massive lover. I'm a massive fan of not sanding and taking the cores away. I love the idea of it being open air.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea of putting air into your lawn and then you fill it with sand seems a bit contradictory to me. Sorry, Izzy, I know I'm moving around a bit. So yeah, or drag the cores over to an area that's not doing too well and use them as or you can give the cores to a friend.
Yep. That's also not financial advice though, but
Cons for me. I ran out of paper towel. All right, we're just going to stick with this. Just shit myself.
nice.
Out on the job on a big rural property and nearly stepped on a red belly black snake from Nate Extreme.
We nearly stepped on about a 3-foot brownie on the golf course last Saturday.
What do you think the percentage of people that say shat myself is that actually shat themselves versus the metaphor of just shitting myself? Like 3%?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about 2 to 4.
You're on the same page? Cool.
Because I know people that have genuinely said, fuck, I shat myself, and they've legitimately shat themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
everyone
there's
would know someone.
I sharted.
I sharted, yeah.
Rich T Par on Instagram says, can you recommend a cylinder mower that's not the price of a car and not a bucket of shit? All of them.
It depends. The price of a car could be $500, but like Clint said, that bush ranger he's got, that's good value for $2,000.
$100 an inch is what I'm suggesting is about the market price for a brand new not shit cylinder mower. It's like anything. You're going to get what you pay for. I know that's a shitty answer, but you could go buy a second-hand one if you're mechanically minded and you might be able to get one up to scratch. But in my experience, and I have a vast experience in buying second-hand mowers and new mowers, I've probably bought more mowers than some golf courses.
Especially in the last 3 years.
And it'll cost you as much to get an old mower up to standard than it would to buy a new mower.
Yeah, sometimes more depending on how crazy
my
you
Unicorn's a $5,000 mower, whereas my Bush Ranger was a $2,100 mower.
Well, we got that for under $2,000.
And that's a 20 inch as well, isn't it?
20 inch, yeah. So. Like that Bush Ranger, and it's heavy too. It's a heavy
I do
mower.
find that, and I know we talk about it all the time, about the difference between all the mowers, but the Massport's really quite light, almost drifty.
But that's ergonomic. That's
right.
very comfortable.
How do you spell ergonomic?
Ergonomic.
Perfect. Comment from Kira from just right there.
Yeah.
I'm getting one of those manual Bunnings corers and doing it myself. How long should I irrigate beforehand to make the soil relatively soft? Do you want this answer in days or weeks? 2 days. Don't buy a Bunnings corer.
We've got one at Dry Creek, don't we? Like a good manual
Pro
corer.
corer or whatever it's called.
Multi-tool.
Don't buy shit.
Where is that?
Leaning up against the cupboard just before you go into the coffee room.
Yeah.
That's where I saw it last. But I'd say based on the security of things that are there, it's probably been taken home by someone. So why not?
Well,
Take it home, put it with your Grundfos drink bottles.
Yeah. If not, someone's got it there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think who.
Yeah, don't buy.
Maybe Ryan borrowed it. I know he's asked about it in the past.
So a groomer is a different machine. A groomer is not Bill Cosby.
Not financial advice.
Too soon. Jay-Z for those of you that might have been born in the 90s and beyond. Kira said, also buying a corded mower tonight because I'm cheap. As in an electric lawnmower.
Oh yeah, corded. Yeah. That area's fine. Just don't run over it.
The cord,
Yeah.
it'll stop working. And you might need to go down the side of your house and just...
Yeah.
So, to answer your question on Instagram, you have... I know, I get what you're saying. You can buy a Swordman, Mowmaster, or similar in the $5,000 to $7,000 bracket. You can buy... Everything else kind of sits... what is it? Pro tier kind of sits in the middle, like 3,600.
Yeah.
And then you'll go down to Cox...
Bushranger.
Stuck on Cox. Cox, Bushranger,
Super
Massport,
Swift.
Super Swift for $1 an inch. No, $100
And
an
then,
inch.
then you got the
I'm
tree
$1 an
yards
inch.
as well. They come in a bit cheaper.
Yep. And then you go to the Big Green Devil and buy a Victor non-cylinder mower for $349. That's it. That's lawnmowers. Lawnmowers 101. Or, this is a little hack that I've heard people might do. Go into regional areas where the internet might not be as highly adopted and put signs up on the local shopping centre pin board saying wanted cylinder mower, and then you might find there's some older farmer types that have got a bunch of cylinder mowers in their shed that'll take $150 cash, and then you'd bring them back into the big smoke, paint them up, and you make yourself $1 million.
Simple. Simple.
So, just depends if you want to do the work. Damo Mansfield. Hello, Damo. Long time no. We've never seen you. Can you send me a photo of yourself, please, Damo? I'm looking for love. Actually, what he means is mini pill. What the fuck is going on with that? Who's in charge of purchasing? You? So you're struggling with Bush and mini pill.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got a tub of mini pill behind me. You know what we'll do? We'll auction it off. Have we got that whatnot up and running yet? You're in charge of the media department and you're not across the new forms of media that are designed to sell things. Okay. All right. We'll get Izzy to sort it out while you're on holidays. Yeah, live sales.
Be a different department when he comes back.
Live sales. So what we should be doing right now is... Well, various Asian cultures do it. It's not just Chinese, so let's not be racist.
You want some?
That came from China. So it's a live shopping platform, so similar to TikTok shopping. And so we could have that one type of mini pill there. I think I've got one in my shed. Is that one behind you full? So there's 3 that I have access to. Damo, if you really, really want mini pill and you only need one tub, I'm happy to sell you one of them. We can talk offline.
Well, I think,
send me that photo.
Well,
and we'll work it out.
he had that one that clumped up in the Lawn Hub Legends. Has he received his replacement of that one yet?
Please answer that question, Damo.
If not, we'll get that out to you.
So a groomer is a different machine to a scarifier.
A grooming reel is different to a scarifying reel, yes.
And then a verticutter is different again. Or a verticutter is a groomer.
Verticutter's like a groomer, yeah.
Yep. We probably should stop saying groomer. We're probably going to get strikes. Hey, while I've got the attention of everyone, if anyone at home knows how to build a stud wall,
Yeah, that'd be great.
and wants to come and do it for some folding, we would like a stud wall built before Christmas. No, it can be after Christmas, but we need a stud wall up that's kind of semi-soundproof and some other stuff. So we have had great success in the past with going out to the community for that kind of thing. So if you think you can help me, us, then that would be much goodness. We have lots of questions now. Are you ready, Jonesy?
I'm ready.
Are you wearing underwear?
Today I got Step 1s on. My Step 1s came in, my Black Friday sale. That's so comfy. Just mind you.
Yeah.
Very good. Rate them.
Okay.
Yeah.
This might be a bit of a personal question, but do they feel different on your inner thigh than they do on your junk?
Yeah, they do.
So there's a different sensation.
Yeah. And bit like...
This is not paid for, by the way.
Bit like a woman requiring certain support. Yeah, very supportive.
So if you're maybe on the larger side.
Yeah, very supportive. And that's not taking the piss. That's like legitimate. That's important to me.
Country penis.
Yeah, I need support.
Okay.
Because my Bonds one would just lose elasticity. Then you fucking...
It's like an elephant.
You're just stepping on it.
Following its dad.
But no, they are very good. So I've been wearing them for 1 week now. So far, so good.
The same pair?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you didn't need
And
to
do you
wash
wash them?
There was
do you
no, there was no
no.
washing instructions, so I just assumed,
Hashtag Gawler.
Yeah. No, I got, what was it? Buy 4, get 3 for free. So I got 7 pairs.
He just took.
It was not-
He
they're
just
not-
took 7 from Target and just.
No, they're not in Target. Otherwise,
he
I would
stole
have done
them.
that already.
Yeah, they can't range them because they keep getting stolen by all of the punk Gawler kids.
Anyway, sorry.
That's all right. There wasn't really anything too important to talk about. Just people that want to improve their lawn care and seek advice from the
Well, it's wet.
professionals
It's-
like you. That
Well,
are-
I'm not the professional. Riley is.
Oh, I forgot about that. You don't have a certificate.
That's right.
Okay. Brendan Anthony White on Facebook.
I'm Brendaddy.
No wonder Jonesy's not fussed about seeing a snake when he walks around with one daily.
Yeah. Brendaddy. Yeah.
These guys are sharp. Daniel Pittman laughing emoji. Nathan Scazebrook. I now have to push cylinder mower as I'm cheaper than Kira. I now have a push cylinder mower because I'm cheaper than Kira. Come on, Skazer. You're better than that, man. I've got to send you your beer too. If you're worried why it hasn't arrived, it's because it hasn't been sent. I asked Dylan to do it.
Okay, let's not.
I reckon we go back in last week's podcast. It's in there.
But I asked Dylan to do it.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Kira, can you use artificial intelligence to find that clip? I'm winking for those of you listening and not watching. Cam Bissett. What do you guys use to deter people and their dogs to stop walking and pissing and shitting on your lawn? So for me, if it's the person doing the pissing and shitting, I'll usually have a word with them first and then I guess call the police if it continues to happen. If it's a dog, I turn my sprinklers on while they're doing it. And it's if I see it. So I've got a Hunter HydroWise automatic irrigation system that can be controlled remotely from anywhere in the world using the power of the internet. And I also have a Ring camera that's watching. And so, in my spare time or from my bedroom window, I can just...
I don't know. It's hard because I'm not home.
It's hard too.
Very hard. Like my next door neighbour's cat shits in the garden.
See, if it's a cat, you just kill it. But if it's a dog, people are all weird about dogs. They don't want to kill dogs.
Isn't
Except in... Where is it, Donald?
It's
They're eating the dogs.
they're eating the dogs.
Got that.
They're eating the dogs? Oh, come on, man. We need to get some updated sounds.
They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats.
As if we went down a whole segment without being prepared for it.
Yeah, no, that one's a difficult one. It's I don't know. I know how to stop the postie from driving on your lawn. You just put roses up.
Yeah, and you also stop people from showing you any respect as a man. But
That's fine.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Greg, I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I without being out there 24/7, it's almost somewhat impossible, really. Because even if you had like a censored irrigation thing, which one of the hardware stores now sells, I saw on Facebook on one of the pages.
Well, it's on Facebook, it's true.
Like, who's to say that you're not going to then get the postie because he's putting your mail in
that's a postie riding a motorbike or a tripod on your lawn is just as much of a problem. So we've redirected our mail so that the postie doesn't. But there's a few ways you could handle it. You could actually have a conversation with the people and say, "Hey, my lawn's really important to me, and you might not think about it, but if you wouldn't mind, could you get your dog or yourself to shit somewhere else?" And they might
or
be
at
like,
least bag it.
well, the piss is the problem. The shit's not a problem because
yeah.
the shit won't damage the lawn. It's the piss that damages the lawn. And anyway, or you could use psychological tricks where you have a sign out the front that says 95% of people don't let their dogs piss on my lawn. And people go, I don't want to be one of the fucking loser 5%. I want to be with the majority. Social proof. And then they'll be like, well, that's interesting. It's kind of like the whole, instead of punishing, praising, 97% of people wash their hands after they go to the toilet. You put that up and you're like, well, I don't want to be part of the 3%. Rather than like, you have to wash your hands like you're fucking, You want to be in the podcast?
Are you a pothead fucker?
So yeah, that's what I would do, and I do. Jack Chapo, what happens on test pitches at Adelaide Oval after the last ball? 20 blokes watering, mowers, 2 reel, 1 Victor, bucket of sand, still there for an hour. Mm-hmm. Can you?
Well, they'd be repairing, getting it prepared. Obviously, it's just had an extended period of time without any proper irrigation. It's only had a sweep, a roll, and a repaint. So I suppose if you prepare a cricket pitch for Christmas Day, for example, you've put all that effort in, then, you know, you might have cricket on Christmas Day and Boxing Day, and then majority of us would be like, all right, that's done. Let's repair it now. Let's get some water, nutrients, and some care back into it. They're just doing the same thing, just on a different scale. And that's their job.
Surely that pitch had another test in it.
Well, it would have had probably another 2 at that rate, but yeah. I think Adelaide did put on, like, obviously the people showed up. There's still 30,000 people on that.
Well,
on
I
that
saw
third
some
day.
statistics. The equivalent test 10 years ago had 20,000 less people over the test.
That also didn't equate. The entire stadium wasn't finished yet as well. Like, again, the media doing media
Are you
things.
saying that the legacy media may lie
Yep.
or twist the words?
Because I
of
saw a
people?
replay and the Eastern stand. Yeah, the Eastern stand. They didn't let anyone up the top. And that holds, I think, 20,000 people.
Well, there's your answer. I wonder who paid for that article.
Because I remember when they took down the old chapel stands, you would literally could not fit another person in the stadium, and there was only 15,000 people there because there was obviously no stadium that they took it down. That was against the West Indies when Shane Watson got out for 98.
Will the West Indies ever be another superpower in cricket?
Too much money in their T20 league.
I'm looking for yes/no answers.
No.
Okay, cool.
Not in the next. Well, you know, we say that, and then they beat Australia at the Gabba last summer. So, and that hasn't been done. What was it? That wasn't done for 20 years. A team had beaten Australia at the Gabba. So, you seen the Gabba pitch? It's green tops. Of course, it's going to be. They're the pitches you want Sean Tate bowling on.
I saw it.
Brett Lee.
I saw a thing on the internet, which is obviously where we seek all of our truths, that your mate, Mr. Head, was just being bowled bouncers in the nets non-stop as part of his preparation for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Siraj can also get fucked. You cannot fucking chirp a bloke that's just put you into the stands, made 140, and your side only made 170. That's not how chirping works.
What are the rules for chirping? Talk me through it.
You have to be on top of the batsman, you have to be on top of the side, and you have to be at least in the game. They weren't even in the game at that point.
And if you... Could he chirp the next game if, like, does there have to be some history, right? Like, is there, you know, like in, like a Port Crows or Collingwood Carlton or whatever, like, is there a, like, you build up something and you can chirp because there's been some back and forth?
Typically, in my experience, chirping's on the field. Off the field, would share change rooms and
White line fever.
and have a drink. Fucking, yeah, he called me a fuckhead, you know, whatever. Like, I remember we played a game against Sturt, and I was 15 or 16 playing B-grade cricket, and this guy was telling me that he was going to fuck my mum and everything, right? Like, just going full at it.
Okay.
And
Is that consomme? God, there's dessert as well. Isaac's here.
how do you eat that?
Isaac said hello.
Like that? Oh, spoon. Thanks.
Thank you.
There's no alcohol in there? There's no alcohol? No alcohol. No. That's a really heavy spoon.
It's a really dense cup.
Where did we buy these spoons from? Did we have a good month? All right,
Thank you.
so
Yeah, anyway,
thank
sorry.
you, Isaac. So
Yeah.
this guy was going to do beautiful things with your mum.
Horrendous things to my mum.
Well, it depends how she might not see it that way. But
And then after the game, he sat next to me, and first of all, he didn't realise I was so young. But second of all, he's like, "This is cricket."
welcome to cricket,
yeah,
dickhead.
welcome to men's cricket. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay.
But I think, unfortunately, and to go back to what you said. Australia and India for the past 4 years have had a lot of history. So the fact that they could then go, well, it could go the other way. The Aussies would chirp Siraj and be like, "You fucking sook," like you're an absolute sook. Like, man. There'd be little Labuschagne under the helmet. At
If I
bat pad.
played that sport, I would be fined every game.
Yeah.
I would not stop. It would be incessant.
Yeah, there's teams, there's players on each team, or there's
That
at
are
least
like that.
one. Yeah, it's just cricket. That's
I
just
can't
cricket.
eat any more food, eh?
Um,
I just had that and I'm like, I feel sick.
I got reported once. I was on a 12-month good behaviour.
It's so good, but I'm so full. It's ridiculous.
What the fuck is that?
I'm guessing there's a yogurt of some sort
very
and strawberries and
yeah.
sugar.
Definitely sugar.
What do you think, Izzy? I'm just eating a sandwich, mate. Oh my!
Yeah.
Whoa!
It's hiding.
Did they bring anything up for you, Kira? Ah, okay. I
That's
thought it might
actually
be like
phenomenal.
a sexist thing. Like we only service the men.
That's phenomenal. You eat that.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I keep eating, I'm starting to get a bit like shaky. No.
Do you watch the guys on TikTok and Instagram called Anything's Content?
No.
The Marmalade guys?
I don't think so, but I've only just reinstalled TikTok on my phone 2 days ago. After a probably 12-month hiatus.
That in the Div 7 Rezzies, those guys, you know those guys? Anyway.
Is that the dude with the mullet
Yeah.
and the moustache?
Yeah, that's
that
them.
got interviewed at the front of the cricket, and I don't
Yes.
think they really knew who he was.
Yes.
Channel 7, he's just like,
So that's them. They did a post on like Siraj chirping and shit, and then like the video before would have 10,000 views, and this has had like 400, 500,000 views, and like 700 comments of just Indian people going like, Siraj is Hetty's daddy and all this sort of stuff, like instead of the other way
I saw a
around.
picture of Travis with his wife, and they're just like, this is who Travis is married to, and he still chose to India. I thought that was the best.
Yeah, like honestly, like for Siraj to come out and say that he didn't like there was no anger, bullshit.
Sorry, your dad's just messaged us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this would be good too, because if it's related to what I just said, yeah.
Adam, did your mum get his number?
Good. That's good. I remember that. Yeah.
And then my answer is, Greg was the guy. Yep, it was your
Yeah,
dad.
it was
It was your dad playing in
It's
the other
Christmas
team.
lunch.
Bowling tennis ball, like taped up
Good
tennis
tape,
balls. Are you across that, Izzy, in cricket when you put duct tape or electrical tape on one side of a tennis ball? Do you do that in Sri Lanka with cricket? And like,
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
did he say cheating?
Yeah. Here it's
It's
culture.
not sandpaper. It's not cheating. It's just cricket, mate. So, Greg, you'll have to ask your wife. Jason Curry, Lawn Hub cricket team. No.
Nah, fuck no. I'm retired.
We will start a T10 competition and try and take it to the medium bash that they seem to be running at the moment. But I need to get more money for that.
Yeah, so
T10. Can you? Yeah, Dylan. So this is you. Get more money. Yeah. Yep. Got it in your little fucking Apple Macintosh crutch cover that you're playing with over there. All right. Clayton Powell said heat stress wreaking havoc in Perth. Tips ?
wedding agent and water.
But don't put the wedding agent out when it's hot.
No, please don't. Please don't.
On that, while this bloke deep throats another strawberry.
Fucking phenomenal.
Yep. You probably don't need to eat anymore. You had 6, I reckon. Would that be fair? More than 6.
I had 7.
You had 7.
Yeah, because I had one. I had that
Actually,
pepper rolled in one.
I had the 3, or the 4,
Four.
which was our like Adriana. Here you go, sir. Have your fucking food. And then Isaac just kept dropping them to me. And so actually, if I retrospectively, and then I just had that one, so I might have had 7 or 8 as well.
So you're the fat fuck.
Well, I was fat before I started eating.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Okay. So with wedding agents, preparation is key. You want to be putting that down before it gets hot. And so people in South Australia right now, rush, don't walk, run to your nearest Lawn Hub reseller and buy some BBW or some wet and get it out today, because we have some super hot temps coming from Perth over to us in the coming days. Putting it out when it's 40 is too late. Kira is nodding her head because she knows and she is excited by the fact that she has BBW in her car. And so she'll be able to get that out tonight and save her crusty lawn from getting more crusty.
Crustier.
Crustiest. Okay. Who's excited about school holidays? No one in this room.
Doesn't affect me.
Traffic gets better.
That traffic at that roundabout last night.
That train, man. It's a fucking train.
Not the train, the roundabout.
Trains don't go through roundabouts.
Not that intersection. The next, not the next.
I've never, ever been or seen this roundabout you talk of. This is
So you
as
just
north.
go left out
This
there.
is as north as I will ever go.
That's fair.
My insurance, like literally elders have just said, they brought the boundary from there to here. So I can't, if I turn right out there, we're fucked.
You're done.
I'm uninsured. Mainly for fire and theft. Melbourne grass cutter. Hi guys, watching from Bali. Hang on a second. This is starting to make sense. Is that what you said when you said we're going to Bali, we're going to cut some grass? Nice. Or trim some bush. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm thirsty. That says Nathan Scazebrook. I think he might be referring to his beer that I didn't send him. Swallow your spit. The guy that's been fixing our air compressor just tried calling me. And I said, I'm in a podcast. And he said, okay, mate, thought as much. I do watch it Friday sometimes. I have a loan unit on its way and a new controller on freight over to get you back online. The controller is fried and the ones here in the shop are different, but looking after you, mate.
Phenomenal.
If you are going to buy a compressor, and this is also not a paid ad, Finsbury Services are the most elite customer service. So we bought that compressor. It wasn't ideal for what we needed at the time, so they lent us one. All we paid was the delivery, like the freight. And then this one's gone down, not their fault. They've come out, looked at it, getting it fixed, and then sending us another one.
But before
That's
that,
nuts.
gave me things to look for.
Yeah, tried to help you
First,
troubleshoot it.
yeah.
Because that's the thing is, like, especially in this kind of situation, you're not dealing with idiots, right? I mean, it's you, but it's not like, you know. Luke probably would have fixed it.
Well, knowing that the controller's fried, no.
I think Luke would have fixed it. I think Luke would have fixed the controller. I think Luke's better than all of them.
Probably.
So I hope wherever you are, Luke, that it sucks and it's hot and you're
It'd be
uncomfortable.
fucking hot up there
And you've
today.
got cooch in your nut grass. Okay. Adam's mum, nope. Lawn Beers Australia. Christmas lawn beers yet boys. Is that this?
Oh, no.
What?
I thought you were going to put your back out then.
You can do it. Put your back into it. We've got these beers, which are safe on Buffalo. These are you in South Australia, Lawn Beers? I think you are. We should send them some beers. So yeah, I am having a break from alcohol again. I've had a couple of bad patches. So no Christmas lawn beers for me. I'm not even sure if I'll drink at our Christmas party, which is tomorrow. So, yeah, I've got some control issues around alcohol. Well, actually, I've got some lack of control issues. So Izzy's going to drink all my beers tomorrow.
That's what I heard. Not Dylan because he's not going to be there.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
What?
What's that? Where the fuck? What are you doing?
Going to.
Oh, wicked. Why? Did you lose a bet? It's like part of the conditions of living here. You're like, oh no, we have to go do some charity work in like shitholes. Sorry about that for residents of Mount Barker. It actually is a beautiful town. Why are you going to Mount Barker for like? Oh. Must be really good friends. Okay.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
All right. Well, that saved me some money, I guess. And I'm very confident that Jesse and Jason will drink all the beers. So we're going to be fine. My ass. Do you think coring tomorrow will recover by about Boxing Day? I've put down Trojan wet roots and shoots in recent weeks. Santa Ana, South Australia. Get on the red tins.
You're going to give it its best opportunity to, especially with the weather coming. It'd be close.
You want to get a lot of water into it and mow it super regularly. I did. It's only 13 days. You could. I mean,
The weather's
only
the
coring,
key,
right?
Yeah.
You're not scarifying.
It would be close.
Yeah. I would do it, but I'm my risk tolerance is really unhealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then at least for New Year's Eve, it's fucking. What's the plans for Christmas holidays, fellas? From Clint Osborne.
I am only having the public holidays and the weekends off, and I'll be here.
You know that's not mandatory either. You're able to work on those public holidays. You just wait. We don't pay you for it.
It's all right. We
Is Riley working through?
as far as I'm aware, yeah.
Well, those public holidays are going to get expensive. Don't let him answer questions on the public holiday.
With in my previous workplace,
It's so good.
It was quite hard to get time off over Christmas, so I'd just become accustomed to working over Christmas.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Are you still trying to poach all of their managers? No rumours? You're not hearing any rumours anymore?
Oh, we can start some. Yeah, I've spoken to the top 4.
The CEO's
I actually went with dinner with them last week. So, yeah, that someone would send that to one of them.
This is probably very symbolic of where I am at with my alcohol journey, but this would be really nice with Bailey's. Or Frangelico. Nah, it's probably too coffee.
Definitely Bailey's. Yeah.
Or half a bottle of vodka. Just shots.
Only the good stuff, though.
I got a bottle of gin gifted to me today. It's upside down. My Christmas is pretty hectic usually, thanks to the breakdown of marriages over the years. So we have 3 Christmases: breakfast, lunch, and tea, or dinner, depending on where you come from. So yeah, doing that. I don't really care about Christmas. Hey, I'm fucking over it. Like
I like it because of the food. We always put a good spread on. So, like, I'm a massive seafood lover.
just so you know, you can just go buy that food.
Yeah, but if you eat it regularly, then it loses its
Pizzazz.
Well, yeah, it loses its specialty, I
Shebang.
suppose. And I love. So I usually get 5 kilos of the jumbo Spencer Gulf prawns. That
Ones that would, if those prawns wore underwear, they'd be wearing
Step ones. Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's better value for money because you don't have to spend half your time peeling them and getting little prawns.
just efficient.
You get fucking big mumbers. I'll make a special
What makes it special?
special Kilpatrick sauce. So
What makes it special?
just the way that I make it and
Just love.
Just make it with. That's actually what I do say. It's made with love. Yeah. So I'll buy 2 dozen of what is the one over in Port Lincoln? What's that? Coffin Bay. So I get 2 dozen Coffin Bay oysters. 1 dozen is natural. 1 is Kilpatrick. Prawns, ham. Oh, it's just, yeah. But if you do that every week, it just loses.
I can't eat that much at Christmas. I'll have like breakfast and I'm like, I'm not into lunch.
Oh, but then the prawns I have Boxing Day morning to watch the cricket. Always watch the cricket Boxing Day morning. And then go see Mum for her birthday. If she's not working.
Or catching up with one of your former cricket competitors. Disgusting. Did you know that Martin, my friend, his brother, Michael, who is a fan of my other podcast, Water Pros podcast, he has an oyster lease in Coffin Bay.
Yes.
And I did a day of work out there and learnt all about oysters and how to get the baby oysters up to the big oysters before you take them from their natural habitat and consume them for the joy of humans. Pretty cool experience.
Imagine the first person that cracked open a oyster. They would have looked at it and gone like,
It wouldn't have been. It would have been
"I
like,
want to eat that."
like they lived there. You know what it would be? It'd be like pork ribs, like early days or early doors if you played cricket at all ever. It would have been like, yeah, you can eat it, but it tastes like shit. And it's just like, no, there's heaps better. Like, you just get the abalone. But then over time, they're like, these are heaps easier to grow. Let's just start selling them in restaurants. And then I'm talking, there's a big jump between the first person eating the oyster and the
very
restaurant
much
here.
so.
But, you know, depending on what you believe, it could have been 60,000 years. But
Or 250,000, depending on who you are.
no. Was it always like that? Actually, we got some. Hang on. Where's my sensible questions button?
Got an ulcer on the inside of my mouth.
Emotional
Did you catch
damage.
that from a flesh sword?
Nah, I think there's too much salt.
No such thing as too much salt.
I pissed the other day.
There is
otherwise.
there is a theory that once you can taste the salt, you're having too much. So if you're putting salt on and you can't taste it, it's because your body's craving it. Just a theory. Don't email us. Anyway, sensible question. Oh no, this is being really badly managed. Here we go. Adam Roy Schmidt. G'day, lads. Had my drop spreader break mid-run and dropped a good pile of mini pill on the lawn. It's now burnt like a pom on the beach. Best way to get it to recover. So just firstly, before we go too far into that, a pom is a colloquial term for someone from Great Britain. The joke is that they are quite light-skinned and that the beach is a sunny area where they're underprotected. Two parts here. Sorry, mini pill is really hard to get, and so dropping it and wasting it sucks. 3 parts. It would be very advisable, and I speak from experience, to try and clear up as much of that as possible. And if that includes bringing out your brand new Dyson V9 hair and cat dog remover vacuum, do it when they're not looking and just bring it out, because that's going to kill that area. Recovery, you probably don't need to put any fertilizer out.
No. Just depending on what lawn variety it is, if it's like a buffalo, kikuyu, cooch, scratch it away, remove the dead material, and then if you've got some roots and shoots, mix it into a watering can, put it around that area. Irrigate as normal, mow as normal, and eventually it will recover back in. If you have a cool season grass like a ryegrass or a fescue, depending on the fescue variety, you're more than likely going to have to reseed that area to bring it back.
Mine have just recovered now.
Your half moon crescents.
My crescents.
Yeah.
I went from not being able to eat this to being able to eat this pretty quickly, eh?
It's because it's really nice.
Just metabolizing. All right. This is when they play ads. I have to read this because it is part of the process, right? We read everything. Mr. Mumble says 419 members now in the Lawn Hub Legends. What do we think about Lawn Hub Legends shirts?
Oh, yeah. Nathan Scavesbrook sent me a thing that I haven't showed you yet because I haven't seen you.
They're better off harassing you than me.
Yeah.
Because I've gotten really good at letting the things that aren't my highest priority at the time fall to the side with no guilt. And that hurts people. I'm sorry. But I just have to keep doing it that way. My best answer is I don't really mind what gets done provided that the brand isn't damaged and the logos are used correctly.
The ideas have got fine. Just wanted to have you look at it first.
Cool. There's another one here that says we should have, I agree mine with Lawn Hub signs like we do the side of the boxes.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about that because there was
Sugar.
The trouble is, and I'm always going to say it until proven otherwise, we get cool shit in, or we think it's cool, and then they sit on the shelf for 12 months. And then I did a pre-order, and everyone's like, yeah, I'll do a pre-order, and then only 30 shirts sold. So it is tough, but those sorts of things I do like.
Are you talking about those last shirts that you got that said I grow mine with Lawn Hub?
No, I'm a mower, not a grower.
Yeah, see, I thought that was shit. And I think that's why they didn't sell. You guys fucking love those shirts.
Oh, yeah, I did.
You and Duffy were just like, oh, man.
Yeah, because it was funny.
I didn't think it was.
But the initial reaction we had when we... Because that's the only reason we went to pre-order is because we did a poll.
Yep.
And it had fantastic results. So we did pre-order and then no one wanted them. So
yeah.
But I do like that idea of the sign.
Yeah, I do too. Give them away.
You could. We know a sign guy. He could print them on like
Improboard.
Yeah, that hard plastic.
What's it called? No, you want the metal side.
You want the metal one?
I don't really care. All right, Arky Price.
Well,
G'day.
maybe we'll ask that sign guy on Instagram.
The one that's like China.
You got bad sign. You gone wrong place. You come here. That guy.
I would like to know if doing a bad accent is racist. And
It was my attempt.
I get it, and you did a horrible job, and that's
Yeah.
part of the question. And is it less racist? Is there like a spectrum of nationalities that reduce the racism? Like if you pull an Indian accent, are you more racist than if you do an Italian accent? Because it seems more socially acceptable to like pull a Pacino than a
Well, I don't think it's racist at all because it's an attempt.
yeah.
And if you want to play, if you're going to play that game, then the spotlight of that person's account would never be talked about because you wouldn't be able to mention anything. So anyway, sorry.
Sensible question. G'day all. Currently got a lawn that is the majority cooch. It has a small amount of buffalo and kike, no expert here, in parts and some growing in an area that is partially separated. I want to throw some more cooch down as it's doing well where it's established. Is it best to glyphosate the isolated part and use monument where it's mixed with cooch? How long should I wait to throw more seed out if I use monument for suppression killing of the kike buffalo? Not sure working out using the mixture for 100 square meters. Currently have a 15-litre backpack sprayer and recently purchased a bottle. Appreciate the advice. Cheers. Enjoy the weekend from Archie Price. That is an epic question.
So for kike suppression, it's 3 mils per 100 squares. So you need 3 mils of that bottle for 100 squares. The thing, that project, super exciting, something that I'd love to be a part of in terms of testing and all that sort of stuff. The thing is, it's probably going to take a season and a half to really achieve what you want to do if you go the monument route, only because the way that monument works, fantastic, but it does take hold of the plant and then it's slow and then boom, then it's all gone. The trouble is then you're going to have to then remove all that material. So you're probably better off, like you said, if you're willing to, glypho that larger area, monument the smaller area, remove all that dead material, scarify it up, get it loose, water it, wait for stuff to come back, kill it again. You're probably going to want to do that maybe 5 or 6 times. Then potentially, rather than bring, if you know what variety the cooch is, if it was like a Santa Ana, Tiff Tough, whatever, then you could probably just buy slabs, or you could buy something like that Pro Plugger, which the hardware stores now have their own version of. So you don't have to buy from a dodgy website anymore. You can just go and buy one.
Is it still a Pro Plugger or is it just a plugger?
Not sure what it's called.
It's made of plastic.
And you could actually take plugs from the existing cooch and place it in the bare areas, and then over the next 12 months, that area would creep in. However, if you do know that the cooch is like a common cooch or a seeded cooch, then by all means you can put the seed down. Keeping in mind, cooch seed needs warm soil temps. It needs water just like the rest of seed varieties. And once it starts to take hold, the more you mow it, the more vigorous it's going to grow. We do know that the common cooch here in the garden bed, which the team spent a long time grabbing today, that only showed its head for a little bit. And then with these warmer temps and a bit of water, it's going gangbusters. So, it'd be about 12 to 18 months to fully achieve exactly what you want, but it'd be exciting and a big relief and a big achievement once it's done. So yes, in summary, I would isolate the larger area with glypho, water it, glypho, like get the greenery back, kill it off, scarify it, get it back to dirt, and then target the existing buffalo potential and kaiku in the cooch with monument.
Sensible question. Gavin, any plans on expanding the Lawn Hub brand herbicide range to cover nutgrass, paspalum, etc., or does NSFW cover this also?
It doesn't cover it, but it's something that we're always thinking about, something that we're always looking at. The thing is that in order for us to then commit, so for example, the previous product to NSFW that we were selling huge amounts, not as much as we are now, but it is
tens of thousands.
Yeah, legitimately. It is quite an investment to bring out your own chemical, and the setup costs and the licensing and the registration and all that sort of stuff. If I'm being honest, the Halo Force that we currently sell, we don't sell as much for it to be viable, I suppose. So we just continue to resell other products. In saying that, there's always things going on in the background. So who knows, in the next 12 months we could have a full Lawn Hub catalogue, because things happen very quickly in our business. So
I think especially now, because the people that may have been, I guess, cock blocking us from working with manufacturers of chemicals in South Australia and Australia are now kind of going, holy shit, they sell a lot more than we thought. And there's this commercial reality for them that the people that they've gone into bat for, they may have backed the wrong horse or cricketer in the batting analogy. And they're now going, okay, this could be the camp we should have pitched our tent in.
Plus,
if we're going to keep using metaphors.
Plus, Clint and I have been poking our nose in areas that we potentially, or we're definitely not welcome. And we've been able to, we've been able to find certain manufacturers for certain people, which as soon as I'd ended that phone call would have raised alarm bells for some of the big companies as well. So,
well, I think the big companies aren't that big. They're just
no, but
I just think they are.
So yeah, like I said, in the next 12 months there could be a completely new catalogue of Lawn Hub, not only chemicals but fertiliser range as well. The possibility is literally endless. So,
well, it's not endless. There will be an end. You should make more noise when you get your next water bottle.
But yeah, it's something that we're always, and I suppose has to be the right product too. Can't just go willy nilly going, oh yeah, we've got this product, but it's not really. There's no value to it. So,
what do you think the origination of the term willy nilly is?
Willingly, the original term.
Willy nilly.
Willy nilly. Jesus, I don't know. The English language is quite strange though.
Oh my God!
Adam Roy Schmidt got the Ozito vac on the mini pill spill, watered it in hard, still burnt.
Yeah, it would have been. Could potentially been the dust particles. Could have been. Oh, it could have. The multitude of different possibilities. Unfortunately, I've had it before. Where, like we've all done it. Like my mate did it the other day. But his spreading method was fucking horrendous, embarrassing if I'm being honest. But yeah, unfortunately, yeah, fertilizer burn sucks and it happens to all of us. And I suppose it's a bit like NSFW. You don't spray that correctly and you put it over the area for just a little bit too long. You're going to come to some damage.
Emotional damage.
Scotty Thorpe, hey lads, can dethatching be done at any stage throughout the season? What's the best implement to do it, as I'm looking to buy something? Cheers.
So there seems to be this myth or this belief that scarifying, dethatching and all that should just be done in spring. When, matter of fact, that when you do it during the warmer months, so in summer, your recovery is going to be so much quicker. You'll get a much quicker turnaround, less downtime. Like the reason we do it at the beginning of the season is because one, we've done nothing with our lawns for a few months, and it's, we're not doing much anyway. So if you do a reno and let it be, then guaranteed by Christmas you're going to be humming ready to go. But the reality is you can do it whenever. Down here, for example, we put fertilizer and wetting agent out yesterday, and then reno will commence next week. So we've already got food in the soil. So when it comes reno time, it's already feeding, it's already growing. So we don't have to add more, or you starve it for a big period of time and then you dump all this fertilizer on it, which I used to do. But then after seeing the results of fertilizing a week or two beforehand, that's why our program, or some of the calendars around renovation do say 1 to 2 weeks before the reno, or pre-feed it, so you've already got a growing lawn rather than a half hanging in there lawn. And
Depending on the temperature of the soil at
yeah,
the time,
as
obviously.
well. And then, but yeah, like I was saying, the soil temps at the moment out there, like that lawn would have grown 2 or 3 mil today in the areas that still had green grass on it. So
It's going to need some step 1 soon, mate.
definitely going to need some step 1.
If anyone was curious why we didn't give anything away at 3 o'clock, we're not doing a giveaway at the moment.
We're licking, dragging our feet.
You are a fucking wop.
Yeah.
We kind of spent a bit of money last time, and so we're just going to have a break. While you were talking, I was thinking it would be funny to have a product called a Lawn Hub feeder.
Lawn Hub feeder? Like a pre-reno? Like a high?
Or the spreader, or like the line.
yeah.
Oh, spreader's another one we could use.
Yeah, remember that meme we did?
No.
And it was, oh, fuck yeah, spread it. And it was the chick from, well, at the time of the meme, she wasn't overage, but then,
Oh.
at the time of the meme, she was like 24 or something. But
You gotta give him.
those people emailed in and said that's fucking disgusting. And then, yeah, we had to take it down.
Yeah, we don't ever take things down.
Mm.
It's really sad.
Hello,
God.
how are you? I am under the water.
It's
Please
like,
help me. Here too much raining.
fucking hell.
Those are the best.
Like
There's no more
Kesha's,
questions.
like
Should we finish the
Kesha's
podcast?
song where she says P. Diddy at the start. Like, she made millions off that song. You can't just cut it out now. You've already said it.
All right. Oh, there's no more questions. This could be a good opportunity for me to go do some work.
Gazer's got a fight.
He's probably waiting for it to get delivered.
Along with his beers.
Oh, VJ, we need a Lawn Hub spreader, corer, and leveler. Yes. Not today, though.
Not today.
Oh, man, I shouldn't have eaten that dessert. Around 8 weeks post MC53. Is that a gang? What's that gang?
Not sure.
Around 8 weeks post Sir Walter, Buffalo, Reno, and Melbourne, filling in well, just taking time. Noticed this morning some grey leaf spot. Is it just a bit too wet and maybe mower blades? ?
Moisture related. So if you've got, which is, and we've talked about it before, but microclimates within the lawn, depending on what's around you. So it could just be a bit of humidity around at the moment, watering at night, or, you know, just excess dew on the leaf. Grey leaf spot can get out of hand, but if you get on top of it early, it's usually pretty good. It doesn't last that long in most cases, but something like Impala or something with azoxystrobin in it will help keep it at bay. And just like all diseases, there's going to be a downturn, unfortunately, in that area. So, yeah, don't go trying to dump a whole bunch. I saw on one of the pages that someone's trying to use iron to get their stressed out lawn back. That's not how it works. You got to overcome why it's stressed, downturn, then it comes back, unfortunately.
Fix It Fingers, orange leveler, yeah. Mr. Mumbles, so all good with the shirts? No, I haven't seen them. He'll show me. He'll get back to you. Blake Richards, hey lads, any chance of a 15 kilo fipronil? Got bulk ants and crickets in my lawn. 15 kilos of fipronil.
Yeah, there is a. I mean, the Monarch one or the Surefire one? Because one's vastly more expensive than the other, only because it's double the strength. So it's an option, but then who's going to pay the freight? That's the biggest thing for a product that we don't make much money on at all at the moment. Because I suppose, and we're very transparent, as I'd really challenge someone to live stream their sales, but the chemicals that aren't ours, we make little to no money on. They're more there for convenience
It's a service line.
Yeah, in the hope, I suppose, that you buy something like, I don't know, ant killer and a wetting agent, so you can get it into the soil. You know, then at least we'll hopefully break even, depending. But then, yeah, I can look at it, but
It depends where you are as well.
Yeah.
A lot of that large volume stuff, WaterPro are stocking in their stores, so you can go pick it up. It's just that it's not likely that it's hard for us to make customizations like that, because if we start having like freight per order, then people won't buy shit. And if you've gone on to any other websites that you can buy lawn care products on, you'll find the freight, like you buy a bunch of stuff like that and you're paying $80 or $90 freight or more. So yeah. He had a follow-up question saying, which is better value for money?
If it's just ants you're targeting, bifenthrin is, so 5-star. But if it's mole crickets, then depending where you are in Australia, you can go off-label in some states. But,
Whoa! Not financial advice.
Not financial advice. But
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
that fucking meme was the best. Yeah, fipronil is going to target your mole crickets. I've had success with both Surefire and Monarch, but Monarch is registered to target mole crickets. Where people come into trouble, because I have seen on some of the pages that Monarch wasn't successful for a few people, all comes down to application, timing of application, how you're using, like when you're using it, how you're ordering it in, how you're using it is very important. So I'd look at Monarch. But again, like Clint said, you go on to some of our competitors' websites, you could spend, like, and we've done this before, you spend $1,000 on product and they're still going to charge you $150 freight for that particular order. Like, it's, yeah. But if it's just ants, bifenthrin, smoke them. Better value because it's liquid. And you can use it around the house for spiders.
What do you guys use to deter people and their dogs? And I've read that one.
And we're back to the top.
No, I did miss a few. Skip a few, 99, 100. Scott at the start of the podcast said, should money shot be watered in?
You can, but if you're wanting that green up for the lawn, then leave it on the leaf. But don't do it on a hot day. Please don't do it on a hot day. It needs to be cool, non-windy, ideally, so you don't spray it onto other things. But money shot's probably one of the only products you've got a real narrow window. That and NSFW, you've got a real narrow window that you can apply it.
There's no more questions. I should probably check through. Someone said they need a Lawn Hub sticker for their fridge. Would be a fridge needs one. Where are the Lawn Hub stickers at? I don't know. Do we sell them?
No. You said this was because I asked that.
Sounds like something.
You said
how's get.
I'll never fucking sell stickers.
Yeah.
Those words.
Yeah, because it's shit. You should give them away. Yeah. And then there's those guys like Sticker Mule who are like deca millionaires. How stupid am I? That's all they sell.
Well, I suppose if it's your whole business.
Business.
I'll
find it.
The dirtier, the better.
Mr. Mumble says, I need one for my car.
He needs some milk.
I just want to make sure I get through the entire soundboard today.
He needs some.
Money shot wet and roots all at once.
Oh, that's as a soil application.
Must be watered in.
But I'm not sure if that would all mix well, if I'm being honest with you. That would be.
Lie to me.
That'd be a jar test, that one, before you go and put that in your sprayer.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Anything with wet in it, unless the wet is being used as a surfactant, which is a question I answered online
I
last night.
saw that.
Because I have a certificate.
Yep, there it is.
It's a Adelaide Convention Centre certificate that says I can answer questions on the internet without any help from Adam anymore because I finished my spreadsheet.
Yep. Well, have you created the spreadsheet?
Serena, hey Clint, don't forget to review those memes.
Well, that's one way to get to
it. We had breakfast this morning together. For I guess anyone watching that isn't aware, it is my goal to have lunch with all new WaterPro team members in their first week because I don't do as much recruitment as I used to. And so I had lunch with Izzy yesterday, had breakfast with Serena this morning, and both of them used it as an opportunity to talk about work and how to get like feedback from me and answers rather than actually what it was designed for was for them to talk about themselves and for me to get to know them better. So not a bad sign. But yeah, it was quite funny. She's like, I'll bring my laptop in. I'm like, we're having breakfast. And she's like, you can review the memes.
Yeah.
So, and I managed to have breakfast with her
Kudos.
for like an hour and not review the memes. So yeah, she's chasing me up. Mr. Mumbles, I hope you guys have a great weekend. There is a slim chance, thanks to your mother nature, that I will have no kids sport this weekend. Basketball's finished. Oldest child has a bye in baseball.
Oh,
Youngest child
beautiful.
has a forecast of 41 degrees. I'm not sure what happens for 7-year-olds when it hits 41. I'm going to take a bit of a punt and say it might get cancelled.
I'd say 41 for even the adults is cancelled
Yeah, but they play at 9.
in the morning. It'd still be hot though.
Maybe for some weak kids, but not mine.
Maybe.
No way. Adrian Vot, can you spray wet roots and shoots and 3-way all at the same time? Yes and no. So you can as a drench, not as a foliar. The wet will burn like a palm on the beach, to quote the famous someone before. How long are you in Bali for, Dylan? Oh, yeah. That's a nice balance. I find 10 days in Bali is when I go, I'm good to go. Yeah. So 7-day week or 5-day week? Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah. On day 8, you're like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of here. That's also based on me being in a relationship while there. I'm pretty sure if I was single, I could do a lot more than 8 days. And I probably wouldn't fly to Queensland from there and be like, Greece? Best place in Adelaide for singles. So craft, cheer singles.
Well, at the moment, Drake Supermarkets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Old mate, JP. What did someone call me yesterday? Poor man's JP? Because I was talking about a podcast. They're like, oh, so you're like JP Drake. I'm like, yeah, let's just less cars.
It's a real odd thing to say.
I think some people have a very narrow view of the internet. And they're just like, you're like, I got to just do a podcast. They're like, oh, so like Joe Rogan. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So we're both on the same spectrum of success, just at slightly different ends, but yeah.
One would argue that your success is yours and not.
Ooh, don't go there. And we're not saying anything bad about you, Joe. I love you, Joe.
I wasn't.
You want to be careful. I know what you were about. I know what you were about to say.
I wasn't talking about Joe.
I know what you were about to say.
Can you bless me with something money-wise?
I'm not going there.
I'd have one of them on the podcast. I'd speak
I'm yet
to
to
him.
meet either of them.
I'd ask them all the questions that I had when I was working there, and they never answered them. So
Scott Crawford, how do I get my missus to stop giving me so many chores? Would you like to take this one?
Oh, you gotta give it.
depends what the chores are and if they're prearranged. Like if you say you're going to do something, then you have to do it. If it's your job to put the dishes away and while she does 10 other things and it's 10-to-1 ratio, or if it's half-half, it just depends. I don't know. I don't really like doing chores, to be honest with you.
I think the key here is for anyone that's about to enter into a relationship to have a very serious discussion with their potential partner. This is going to be a very, very extreme thing to say, and it's probably going to piss some people off. But if the female is on birth control, make sure she comes off birth control before you have this conversation with enough time, because their attraction to you changes.
I did see that.
And have a very serious conversation about what your roles and responsibilities, desires, needs, wants, childbirth, housing, owning, traveling, living, cleaning, cooking, fucking, whatever it is. Have that 100 question. I'm sure you could probably Google it or use ChatGPT to see what are the 100 questions that we should be aligned on at least 80% before we get into a relationship together. And you'll probably find that she will not give you chores if the pre-arrangement is that you do not do chores because that's her job, or you're not concerned about it because you had the conversation before you started getting into your relationship. I know it's only a kind of a silly question, but that's my answer.
Hey, I'm an innocent bystander. They saying I drove a getaway car.
No, I must admit, I haven't got too many chores around the house. Thanks, Ange. Does a great job.
Yeah. What about people exiting a relationship? Sounds like it's all sorted.
For what, the chores?
I don't know. This is Mr. Mumbles. He's had 2 questions. Anyone know how to sharpen a push mower? And what about people exiting a relationship? Congratulations, I guess. Unless there's kids involved, and then I'm very sorry.
Sure.
Stuff up the chores too much, and then you don't get them. That's what I do here. They go, hey, man, you want to help us do this? And I'm like, yeah, cool. And then I'm just like, they're like, you know what? We'll take care of that for you. Sorry, Emma. Chores. I guess calling them chores as well. I also think that if you work out what's important to you, and if you can pay someone else to do it and you can earn enough money, then that's a one way around it. But some people like doing what you would call chores. I don't want to do anything. Mr. Mumbles sends a laughing emoji. I don't know which one he was laughing at.
Yeah.
They're probably trying to work out why you look so fat.
I've eaten fucking 19 tacos and a yogurt thing.
I gave Isaac his wine prematurely today just so that he had it. Well, I gave it to Adriana. I don't know if that was a risky move. Because I know that she is not, overly supportive of him getting drunk and then abusing people in the household. But, yeah, what have we not used?
Bruh.
It's a bit like ourselves.
Yeah, we've turned all of our marketing off. Everyone have a break.
Incorrect.
There's no questions. This is actually probably quite symbolic of where everyone's at. I think that it's just a case that everyone's getting ready for Christmas. Everyone's making their lists and checking them twice and making sure that they're not naughty and they're nice.
Yeah. I mean, and as well, if you're trying to get your lawn up for Christmas and it's unfortunately crusty, like it's probably a bit late for it now anyway.
What's your favourite Christmas song?
My favourite Christmas song?
Or anyone else that's on the podcast with us?
I do like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's a banger.
Yeah.
It takes me back to primary school.
That's a banger. Are we able to play that without getting strikes?
Are you a pothead fucker?
Ew.
Father Christmas. It's his reindeer.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Can we get some Christmas sounds added to my soundboard for next week, please? Thank you. Next week's going to be a big day, that 20th. You know what we're doing on that day? Oh, you might not be invited.
20th?
You should come.
All right.
Cool.
I don't know what it is, but sure.
We're going to the mid-bash.
It's the mid-bash.
It's like Big Bash, but just not as successful.
Oh, the cricket? No, I'm not invited to cricket.
You should come.
All right.
Go watch them dob the nut. Is that what they... Oh, that's football. What do they do in cricket? Smack sixes. You should come and watch them belt some sixes.
Yeah, belt some sixes.
Ramp some fours.
Yep.
Is
Is it the Big Bash already?
No? Too soon?
Yeah, actually it is. It is.
They're eating the dogs.
They're eating the dogs.
Yeah. We're doing... So, yeah, next Friday... I'll say it one more time. Next Friday.
Cam Bissett. Sorry, Kieran, just seen this. Thanks, Adam, for fixing my missing item so quick. No worries, Cam.
Breakfast at Kent Town. Lawn Hub lunch live thingo here. And then Melbourne Stars getting decimated by the Adelaide Strikers. Is Carey playing for the Strikers?
No, he'd be prepping for the Boxing Day test.
I'm not going then.
Yeah, no.
Travis Head and Alex Carey are my favourite cricketers.
You did say that. I was, like I said, I was at the brewery and you said, I don't like cricket, but Siraj.
No, I think I said India.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say that, but yeah. And then you said I'm all in or something like that.
I just think that sport needs characters.
Yep.
And I'm very concerned, and I'd love Travis Head to actually be the player he wants to be, because I'm sure he shuts the fuck up when he's meant to.
Well, we saw a little bit of it there.
But I like Favola, I like Kyrgios, I like Head. Like, I want people, actually I love Head. I want players to
be able to express themselves.
talk and like to be, maybe not go to training and rock up a little bit hungover and then hit 100 off of 110 and then go have a ciggy and
pretty
fucking
much drop the mic.
Shane Warne was a bit like that. Probably not from language, but more behaviour. Like,
well, he'd just fuck all the bitches and then go out and
allegedly,
and then go and rip leggies past the poms and
don't play kamikaze Christmas songs. They may have the platform boot. Yeah, ha ha ha.
Not
Japanese.
Sure. Not
Don't
sure.
play songs of plane pilots that crash in to kill themselves. Right. Greg, did my question show up? Was wondering about... Yeah, it did. Sorry. Fuck, I'm useless, Greg. Hang on. Please hold. Sensible question. I was wondering about which nozzle is best suited for what product in the solo sprayer.
Yes, that question came through on Instagram. There's Instagram questions too.
Ooh.
On the story.
No, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I know how to do that.
So the air induction nozzle is suited to wetting agents.
Hang on. Some people don't know what that means. What's an air induction nozzle?
So the air induction nozzle, in its name, inducts air
into a nozzle.
Cool.
I think people are across that. Visually, how would you identify
making
that?
a coarser droplet. So rather than your standard flat fan nozzle, which comes out quite fine, this is quite coarse and quite large in droplet size. Wetting agents, pre-emergents, acetylprin, they all require an air induction nozzle. Some fungicides require an air induction nozzle. Pretty much the label will tell you if you need a larger droplet size. They might not necessarily always say the word air induction. They'll say coarse droplet, which is air induction. Any other product that doesn't make mention to a certain droplet size, flat fan nozzle in 99% of applications will be fine. So your three-way, your roots and shoots, your money shot, they're fine with the flat fan nozzle. But if you're doing wet, if you're applying Spartan or Barricade, liquid acetylprin, they require the larger droplet size. But it's all inside the label. But like I said, if it doesn't make mention to a droplet size, stick to your standard flat fan nozzle.
If pain persists, please see your doctor.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to go... Whoa, you're finished answering that question. Sorry. No buttons for you, Clint.
If you have already applied your pre-emergent or your acetylprin liquid this season and you didn't use a coarse nozzle, don't worry about it. It's not going to be the detriment to your application. Just keep in mind for next time.
Sensible question. Right. Mark Plows on the gram sent a picture of his lawn and said, "Help save my buffalo lawn." And he's got one of those links to donate money to change.org. No, it says used wet and roots and shoots a week ago. Perth, heat wave, big dead patch. Back lawn, more shade, thriving using same spray, mixed quantity.
Yeah,
very hard.
I saw that.
It's interesting, isn't it? It looks like the sprinklers are getting stopped from getting to.
Well, that was my first initial thought, was that potentially the water's not making its way there. The second one is, and we have...
Because it's dry on...
Yeah. We have a very similar looking patch out the front.
And that's definitely what's underneath it.
And there's definitely something underneath that. So I actually had a very... Not that big though, but I'd had a very similar image where...
And now you're being modest with size.
Where this guy was like... Just got this one area. I got him to just get at it with a pitchfork, and it turns out that he had all sorts under there, removed it, and then so there may be something.
It's really interesting because it's. I don't know if I can share it. I'm sure he's probably not too stressed about it. Can you see that?
But
yeah. Let me keep moving it until it's focused. Say warmer, hot. What? Oh man, that definitely needs water.
Grubs as well, potentially.
But would they be central? It looks really dry. It
Well,
almost looks like spider webs.
I suppose you don't really get to, like, depends where they were laid, I suppose. And if you've got, there's so many variables, but I'd also do a soapy water test. So just tip soapy water over that area and just wait and see what comes up.
Does the temperature of the soapy water matter? Is
I
warm better?
like to use warm water.
Just because it feels nice?
Well, and it's probably more uncomfortable.
So hot water. Fuck them up. All right. I hope that helped answer your question. So you'll probably need to do some more investigations, Mark Plows. And then feel free to DM our page on any platform with photos. It'll get through to Ride Dog and he will hopefully be able to help you. If not, he'll push it up to Dr. Jones. That'd be so fucking funny if you got a doctorate in whatever the fuck that you don't have. Dr. Jones. We could get some good music for the segment. I think that we just got a strike for that. All right. Bearded Burns. If I had a bucket of Trojan and a bucket of mini pill, which one should I use and when? Or use when?
Depends what your lawn is, but mini pill has more nutritional inputs to it. So
Trace elements?
I would lean more towards mini pill, but at the same time, Trojan is going to be just fine. But if I had a choice out of the two and I had unlimited supply of the two, I'm always leaning towards mini pill.
Also, if you have a finely cut grass, you might choose to use Trojan at a point of reno so that you're not getting stuck on top of the canopy, and then use the mini pill once it's kind of like stitched in nicely. Oh, Clint. East Side Mowings. Can you water in a product too much?
Yes, absolutely you can. It can cause wash, ineffective product. Yeah, absolutely. Always try and stick to the label rate. Yeah, absolutely you can.
Just Monkey. Time has come to look at upgrading the push cylinder mower. Any recommendations?
To a cylinder mower?
It said push cylinder, so I'm guessing they've got an old one that they push and they want to upgrade to a new one.
I mean, it's probably very similar to what we're talking about at the start of the podcast. Obviously, there's mowers out there ranging from $30,000 all the way down to a few $100s, but, you know.
We've got to stop following the palace on this page. What are we doing?
Sure, I've never heard of that establishment. Yeah, if you've got... Yeah,
how do you know it's an establishment?
I just assumed. You know, like we spoke about at the start of the podcast, you know, if you've got a budget around $2,000, that's going to get you a brand new cylinder mower and a decent one. If you're hands on the tools and you want to do something, you know, the Scott Bonners and the Rovers, they are coming down in price, but like Clint did alert to, if you are hands
Not
on the
financial
tools,
advice.
it's probably going to then cost you the same to get a second-hand mower up to scratch at the cost of a new mower anyway. So obviously with a new mower comes with warranty. We know Bush Ranger's warranty is very good. It's Clint proof.
The Bush Ranger?
The warranty.
Oh, the warranty is, yeah. The Bush Ranger's not.
So yeah, I think these days, and I think I use it the other month was, you know, like lithium phosphate batteries. The more demand there are, the cheaper they'll come, and that's what we're seeing with cylinder mowers as well. So,
Greg says, thanks, guys. Appreciate the answer. Everyone else watching, you could probably take some lessons from Greg. That's very polite. No one ever says thank you.
Yeah,
no, that's not true. They do.
Well,
you know who doesn't? This Sith bloke, Mumbles, Skazer. Where's Skazer gone? I think he's gone. Joshua Finn, happy Friday, gents. I'll add Kira. Happy Friday, Kira. I don't think he would have known you were here. Maybe.
They're eating the dogs.
Oh, high school PTSD. Mr. Mumbles, is there a way to make people more interested in my grub? I would potentially shave.
The angle?
Yep. It's all about the angle. And get some step ones. Bearded Sith, if I flat spray everything, will that be okay?
If you flat spray everything, it will be.
It could be better.
It could be like if the
is
labels,
your target average?
If a company like Syngenta is saying that a Celiprin liquid needs to use a coarse nozzle,
It's probably because they sell coarse nozzles.
Well, they do sell coarse nozzles. They also sell fine nozzles. But
and they're fine.
Then they're fine. But
And they're fine.
I suppose and we say it all the time, these products are an investment. If the label says to do something and it's going to give you the best possible outcome, the most out of your money or most value for money, then, but in saying that, I've also used flat fan nozzles for a very long time.
Mumbles is Skaysbrook and Skaysbrook is Mumbles. I've forgotten about that. Bearded Sith said, thanks for my cylinder mower, boys. I don't know if we've ever given him a cylinder mower, but oh shit, sorry. Happy Friday, ladies and gents and others. There you go, Deal. They included you in that one too, mate. Now, Kira sent me a question about some kike seed. So is this you asking this question for yourself? So Kira has asked the best place to buy kike seed for overseeding that isn't from the national corporate giant in the green building.
Well, Kira, there's a couple of good
great news for you.
Yeah, there's a couple of good websites out there. Advanced Seed, they run a website for the home size lawn. Their pure kikuyu seed there is very good. McKay's seeds. And the third option is that establishment that you were referring to. They do sell a pure kikuyu seed. It just costs 10 times as much as the other one. And it is actually pretty good.
My answer is you don't need seed. Your lawn will be fine.
Yeah, the lawn will come back, but
seed will take as long to germinate as the growing in of your lawn will take.
And you might just find that your crunchy kike's just gone to sleep.
Oh, it wouldn't be dead.
Yeah, and it just needs to wake back up.
There is no chance that her lawn is dead.
Unless, if it is, it's a miracle.
Well, you can't kill kikuyu.
No, you literally can't. It's actually ridiculous.
It's a Chernobyl cockroach.
Yeah. It's funny, when we were pre-scalping out the front here, we found more kike out the front, so that's going to be fun to get rid of.
Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, not financial advice.
Yes.
We haven't had a good Prime Minister since John Howard. I think we've got through the soundboard. Mission complete.
That was good.
Thanks, man. Bearded Kira.
Oi.
Oh, Dusty Adventures. Did I say that right? That looks like a really nice photo. Stefan Anderson. How do I look at your fucking photo? Oh, well. Hey, guys. Sprayed Primo Max PGR and Money Shot yesterday. Mudge would be a fan. It dried on the leaf. Then 20 minutes later, it drizzled just enough to wet the leaf again. Will it still work?
You'll probably be okay.
Oh, no discount for you.
You'll be all right.
Everything's going to be okay.
Everything will be okay. As long as it didn't run off to the point of washing off and like massive downpour, but a drizzle's fine.
Oops, I'm in the wrong chat. About to start reporting on financial situations. It is 3:40. We are... Oh, Tanasi. Sorry, man. Tanasi Funtus. Adam, from your experience, if I usually... Oh, this is a maths question. Are you going to be all right with this one?
Yeah, I'll be
high
all right.
school? Yep, cool. Oh, high school, PTSD. Adam, from your experience, if I usually need 5 litres of water and the train is travelling at 60 kilometres an hour in the northeasterly direction with 4 people... Adam, from your experience, if I usually need 5 litres of water and get through my solo sprayer on flat fan, how many litres approximately would I use then with the air induction nozzle that comes with the solo nozzle kit? I'm assuming more water. I will calibrate, but just asking to get a rough idea. Cheers.
You'll have to calibrate it. It would be a full recalibration with that nozzle.
Thanks for not answering the question.
Yeah, no, that is the answer to the question. My God. Too many variables in that one, unfortunately.
I love that. Sorry if if mentioned, I'm at work, may have missed it. That is the most specific question.
Yeah.
If someone else asked that on the same podcast, I'd be very surprised.
No, that one is full calibration, then record it so you've got it in your phone.
He said, "What the fuck? You should have kept going, Clint."
Yeah, I was getting ready because I was going to be like
2 people.
Well, the fly is the cause of the immovable force, so it'd be null and void. That was going to be my answer.
The fly.
Yeah, the fly.
There was a fly on the train.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fly rule and the
inertia.
I'm legally blind. I can see barely, but
Does anyone have problems with the meat spray not spraying correctly. Mr. Mumbles. Love you guys and Dylan. Hey, Adam, do you guys sell kike seed? No. We do sell glyphosate if you're having any interests in kikuyu. And
We probably could, but it's just...
we could take over the seed market.
Well, imagine that. Yeah.
Jackson Ladd, if I send a photo of my lawn, can you tell me what I need to fix it? In most cases, yes. We might need follow-up information, but that is what we do here. And so send away. B Jono 32. I just put down BBW and mini pill on Tuesday. Should I wait to apply PGR? That's a question that can't be answered with that information, but you want to expand on that?
If the fertilizer and waiting age have been watered in, the lawn is as close to 100% coverage and health as possible. You can then mow, and then the label says 7 hours, but I like to leave it 24 hours at least between mowing and applying PGR, only because of the browning effect, especially for the first time ever and the first time for the season. So, as long as your lawn's healthy, fully filled in, go for it. And go on the lower rate first time application of PGR.
And don't forget to use the GDD calculator website.
Yes, the Syngenta GDD, which is completely free. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to be free for the amount of people that we suggest it to, but
I'm sure they don't mind getting their contact details.
No, but it is good. Matt was at his desk the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I'm at 85%." So it is a handy, I suppose, program. Feck.
Have you seen this message from the dude who had the money shot leak in his car?
Yes.
Do you know who it is?
I know. No, I know. I recognise the last name. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Can you see the hat that he's wearing?
Is it?
He owns that business.
Oh, there you go.
That's fucking annoying. All right. For anyone that has had any issues with their money shot leaking, we have replaced the lids finally, and it won't happen again. And I'm sorry, it's Adam's fault. So this dude was going to send a photo. Where do the photos go? Are they in hidden requests? Is this where all the boobs are?
Sometimes.
Oh, Marco Polo 999. My friend has a crush on you. Nice. I'm so warm and open. I want to make your dreams come true. See, I bet that there's no chores being demanded by Linda Rooney 18064942.
I don't think there'd be anything.
Browse Snapchat hashtag sex chat usernames with photos. See, these are all legit. So where did this?
Remember Sedgy Fergo?
What?
The early Snapchat days, Sedgy Fergo.
No.
Oh, geez, get in the comments right now.
Where's this guy's photo? Stanford Mall is closing down.
I saw that.
I don't know that they are. I think they're just selling that land.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm trying to find. This person said they were sending a photo through. I can't find it, so I can't help you. Sorry, man. He was messaging us on the chat before and said he was going to send a photo. I can't find it. Oh, yuck.
Holy fuck.
I'll share it because it's public. So there's a company called Lucent Globe. And they sell environmentally sustainable non-chemical dishwashing sheets. And we met the guys, me and Dylan met them when we were in Sydney. They do a lot of online retail. They've just posted an ad. It's not an ad, actually. That makes a bit more sense. It's just a post. And they're filming ads in Bunnings. Yeah. Have you seen it? When the marketing budget is $0 and they're just in like the kitchens in Bunnings filming ads. Oh no. Yep, I know who's going to send you a letter.
Bunnings is usually a phone call first.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Local store rings first, head office rings second.
Yeah.
Good on them. It's just a bit of fun. Yeah, so if you're looking at cleaning up your carbon footprint and also reducing the shitty smell and taste on your dishes, and you want to move away from traditionally overpriced dishwashing pods, then head over to Lucent Globe, LUCENTGLOBE, and support a couple of young Australian business people in their 20s. Absolutely killing it at the moment. All right, what's this? Jitted Jith. Is this you? Top props to the awesome marketing team and Dylan.
Yeah.
For the Christmas ads. Dylan had fucking nothing to do with that. That was the other two elite that are sitting in front of us. Dylan just takes the credit now, but won't take the blame when it fails. He's one of those leaders. Wasn't my fault. Yep, no, that definitely worked well, didn't it? Mr. Bumples. Someone say boobs. I had glyso leak a while back. It was in the top gooch area. Fuck you to Jeth.
Jesus Christ.
Hot singles in your area. I think we might need to end this. Oh, did we celebrate the 6,000 subscribers? Do you see that? I'm assuming you guys all had a party and me and Jonesy weren't invited, or was I just the only one not invited?
I didn't get invited.
What'd you guys have? Strawberries and yogurt. Did you have any of this?
Oh, the old
It makes it itchy. There's sand in my pants. What was it? Is it the lactose? I don't want to poo on Jetstar flights. I only poo at home. So you're like a 7-year-old. No, I won't poo at school. Is that what it is?
I would actually put surely you've done that as well.
Oh, man.
If you're a public toilet.
Dude,
not in a fucking third world country.
You spend... hang on a second. Go spend 3 weeks in China and have fucking diarrhea for 14 of those days. And I am now confident and comfortable to shit standing up with someone staring me in the eyes while I'm doing it, not on a traditional toilet. I don't give a fuck. I fucking... He was smoking at the time too. We're in a supermarket and I'm just sitting there like above one of those floor toilets, and I had this heavily anxiety-driven diarrhea for 2 weeks. It was fucking horrible. And this dude's just like staring at me and like, hang on. And I'm just like, no, that's not it. And I'm just like, I can't find it. I get no joy from anything. Where is it? And he's just standing there like... Yeah, it was pretty bad.
He needs some milk.
Lactose free, preferably. All right. Yeah, apparently we're meant to have an OG celebration cake.
We're fast approaching 100,000 on Shopify too.
I was thinking about giving away like $100,000 to that person, but then I realised it was a stupid idea.
Nah, it's not funny. I've got school.
Healthy.
So, yeah. How does Dylan have vegan cake with his Chinese EV? Are you any further down the commitment path of buying a dolphin? You've been alive long enough and you've been to Australian schools. You understand that you only have to make one comment and that can be your nickname for the rest of your life.
Well, Barty. Barty was...
Dylan Bard. Give away 2 $7,500 mowers, lol. Thanks, Jitted Jith. I think you've had your 5 comments for the day. I guess we just finish. Where would you like to finish? Let it snow.
Jesus.
That's the name of the film he's about to make.
Yeah, I'm fully aware too. Yeah.
He subscribes. He's behind the paywall.
It's just the storyline. It's a really good storyline.
Vegan electric Chinese vagina Dylan. I'm sorry. I'm just reading what they're writing. That's what she said. Okay, so I'm pretty confident that most of our audience started drinking early today. And I would assume that some of them are parents and have probably, school pickup was at 2 today for a lot of people. So backyard beers, maybe bongs, and a bit of Lawn Hub commentary.
But I'm legally blind, so how I'm gonna drive a car?
So did you know what happened?
All right, sorry if we missed your question. Thanks for being part of this journey, and we'll see you on episode 47 next week.
Yep.
On the 20th. That will be live. We have no guest. I think Matt was trying to get Benny to come.
Well, I was just thinking as well, we're going to need one for January 17th as well. Well, we're going to have, no, not a guest for that day because none of us will be here. So we'll have to do a pre-record.
Or they all do the podcast.
Oh, yeah, they can do it. Yeah.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
What do I do?